If you've been looking at electric bikes and you need something that's great for city commuting, getting to work, maybe around the college campus or something, I've got one for you today. It's from Vanpowers. It's called the City Vanture. Welcome to the Vapor Trail channel. I'm Tony, and yeah, that's what we're looking at today. I'm going to call it a city bike. This is an electric bike that does not look like an electric bike. It really doesn't. The feature set and operation of this one is a little bit more on the simple side, which we'll get into in the full review. I've got that forthcoming. The weather here on the Outer Banks of North Carolina has not been fantastic for getting out and riding, so I'm having to do just a little bit at a time so I can compile this whole thing. In the meantime, this thing comes in two different configurations. When you order it, you can either order it 90% assembled, or you can get the thing completely unassembled. And when I say completely unassembled, we're not talking about just putting, your brakes on there and putting your tires on there and, all that kind of, no, this thing is completely unassembled. And I'm talking about the frame. Yeah, the frame breaks down into small pieces. If you go check out the website, you'll see for yourself, and I'll explain a little bit more about that in the full review. This bike's a little different. Did take me a little bit longer to assemble, so I figured, well, why not do a little unboxing and assembly and give you a first impressions of it. So what we'll do is we'll unbox it, we'll assemble it, of course, kind of fast forward style. You won't spend the entire 45 minutes with me that it took me to assemble it. Which, by the way, I assembled the entire thing myself, except for when I have my wife hold the bike up to put the front tire on it. If you have two people, it might not take quite as long. I'll do a little riding on it and then give you my first impressions, so let's get right into it. Okay, so it's real easy. You've got a button right here. You just push that and it comes on. Vanpowers. We've got the display there. And of course, you can go down here and have it completely off, and then you're just pedaling. And of course, you've got your different levels for pedal assist. There is no throttle on this bike, so you're just going to be either pedaling by yourself or you're going to be pedaling with pedal assist. All right, let's go ahead. It is a really smooth takeoff on this thing. The motor isn't jerky or anything like that, so that's nice. Now, I have ridden this bike already a couple of times, but yeah. Okay, so we're going to go up a level. And another level. And another level. So going downhill in fourth gear, or fourth level, over 20 miles per hour. The brakes are really responsive. I like that. Let's try going up this hill up here. Let's see how it does. Okay, that's on level 4. I'm going to take it up to level 5. And yeah, you're going to be, you're still going to be pedaling quite a bit. Pretty hard, especially going up hills. Now, without having gears on this, it'd be nice to be able to switch the gears. But, yeah, you can't do that. The brakes are super responsive though, so I can appreciate that. Now the bike is a little bit taller than what I'm used to. I do have to get up on my toes and when I stop. If I move forward off the seat, I'm good. Seat, not very comfortable, I can tell you that. Seems like the seat is like you'd have on a 10-speed where normally you're kind of in a position where your butt is in the air and really the seat is just there if you need to take a little rest. I'd probably switch the seat out on this. Take this down to level 2. Take it up and up. All right, first impressions on this bike is that I think this is really, it'd be great for somebody who lives in the city, who commutes to work maybe, which I'll give you all the specs and range and stuff in the full review, or you can look on the website. And especially for somebody who's in college and needs to get from one side of the campus to the other and that type of thing, this bike would be perfect. It does have those skinny tires on it, so it's really not meant for you know, really urban areas or a lot of the places where I ride around the Outer Banks. I will tell you that the acceleration on this thing is super smooth. The brakes on it are fantastic. Probably some of the best brakes that I've had on an electric bike. And if you're looking for a bike with a throttle, this does not have that. So it's basically a class 1 bike. But it's stealthy. You can't even tell this thing is an electric bike. The battery's in that down tube. It's really nice. And if you're an enthusiast and you really like to DIY stuff, get the one that is not assembled because you're gonna have a lot of fun with that. I mean, I'm talking literally the frame breaks down into individual sections and pieces. It's pretty cool. My biggest gripe on first impressions is that seat. It's not like it's a poor quality seat, it's just that it's such a, it's one of those kind of touring seats. It's really just meant for you to take a rest on it and then get back up on your hunches, you know what I mean? So, I don't know, I'll probably replace the seat. Shipping, customer service, fantastic from Vanpowers, came from Los Angeles. So if you're in the US, quick shipping. I gotta check back in my emails. I think they might have given me a coupon code. If so, I'll put that down in the description and my full review is forthcoming. I just got to get a little bit more riding time on this thing and put it through some more paces. So that is the Vanpowers City Vanture, and I want to thank you so much for your support here on the channel. It's been around since 2013. In the last year and a half or so, maybe closer to 2 years, started doing some e-mobility and some, well, electric vehicles are really fascinating to me, and I love all of them. Scooters, bikes, skateboards. I've also been getting into solar power and solar generators and things like that. So yeah, check out the other content on my channel if you get a chance. Most of all, I just want to thank you so much for your support. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, there's a red subscribe button down there and a notification bell. If you click both of those, you'll get notifications when I upload a new video. Also, you'll notice there's a thanks button that's down below this video. If you feel so inclined, you can go ahead and click that and send a little donation to the channel. It's not cheap to run one of these channels, I'll tell you that. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. We'll catch you next time on the Vapor Trail channel.